London is one of the greatest cities in the world. The money, the lifestyle, the rat race, big houses, big cars. It's natural to think of cars such as the Cullinan and the Bentayga when you think of luxury SUVs. London has become quite the landscape for them. But what if you want to take a more casual approach and want to spend only a third of what these cars cost? Hello and welcome to another episode. This is the AMG Lounge. I'm G and this is a product of lockdown binge eating. The bigger, the wider, and all in all, the chunkier 2020 Mercedes-Benz GLS. And it's made it to our narrow and humble UK roads. In the case of cars, especially this one, is bigger necessarily better. Luxury, refinement and space are all things that we love in our SUVs. An ever-growing market segment all around the world, especially in the UK, Mercedes-Benz now offer 9 different SUVs. The Mercedes-Benz GLS is the flagship premium SUV. It's been around since the early 2000s. We know it's bigger, we know it's more luxurious, but is it any better? That's what we've come to find out.
This particular vehicle was supplied to us by Virtue Mercedes-Benz or any new or approved used Mercedes-Benz, then the details on how to contact them are down below.
Right, let's get this big old girl onto the road, shall we? Now, if you're thinking that you haven't seen one of these on the road before, don't worry, chances are that you probably have, but Mercedes-Benz have gone for the subtle, more understated look. What I'm trying to say is that Mercedes-Benz haven't gone for the ostentatious look that you get in the Rolls-Royce or the Bentley, but make no mistake, this thing has huge presence on the road. This is the 400d Premium Plus, which in short basically means that you are draped with extras inside and out. The 2020 GLS measures in at 5.2 meters in length and a smidge over 2 meters in width. So even without this extravagant design language, it still dominates the road. Bigger on all fronts compared to its predecessor, what was formerly known as the GL has now inherited the S at the end of its name, positioning itself as the S-class of premium SUVs. So it fits into London rather quite well. However, if that doesn't quite do it for you, then the GLS600 Maybach is also available. Is it pretty? Perhaps. Is it beautiful? That's not the word I'd use. It's smart. If this was a gentleman, he'd be confidently walking into Dragon's Den, 6 foot tall, draped in the finest Italian suit, groomed well and smelling of Creed. This particular car has 22-inch wheels, but you can opt for the 23-inch in the Premium Plus Executive. You have 9 different colours to choose from and 3 types of leather depending on the package that you decide to go for. So I've just got the heated seats on, but this part of the armrest and this part of the armrest is also heated, so I am cocooned. Lovely. The ride really is first class, just as you would expect in an S-Class or the cabin of a Virgin Atlantic flight. It irons out the imperfections on the road beautifully, which in the UK there are a lot of. Funny because with the increased rates and road tax you'd think that they would have fixed them by now. It's smooth, it's comfortable, it doesn't let any of the bad stuff enter the cabin. The steering wheel is free from any vibration, but not to the extent where the driving experience is numb. You've got to remember, this is all about luxury and comfort. The interior is lifted straight from the GLE, and although it's a very nice place to be, it would have been nice if the GLS had some differentiating factors. Regardless, quality is great, it's very luxurious, and some of the options include
the glass panoramic sunroof, 360 camera, electric seats with a memory function, air conditioning for all passengers, Burmester surround sound system, adjustable air suspension, and the air balance pack.
However, there are some options that are unique to the GLS. These include
ventilated seats for driver and passenger, temperature controlled cup holders, soft closed doors, head-up display, massaging seats for driver and passenger, and finally a rear entertainment pack so you can Netflix and chill.
Actually Netflix and chill. Get your head out the gutter.
And now the driving assistance package is included in the Premium Plus.
I know what you're thinking. Not quite. The internet is a very strange place, and I feel obligated to say that that wasn't real, that was just computer. So don't do it. But that's a lot of stuff. Let's face it, a flat in London, I don't know, would probably cost you 5 times as much and wouldn't include any of that. When it comes to size and spec, this thing is huge. That's what she said. So it's no wonder why this thing has a huge market in the US of A, where everything is supersized. Now that we're slowly creeping out of London, let's make the most of it and just stretch our legs a little bit more, shall we? So what's underneath the hood of this big girl? Well, it's powered by a 3-litre 6-cylinder turbocharged diesel engine which develops 330 brake horsepower and is good for launching this thing from 0 to 60 in, well, irrelevant, because it doesn't matter. You cannot measure effortless in this thing. But I can confirm it does it with great ease. It's like asking Thanos to just, click its fingers. It's effortless, it's easy, it's just one little deep breath and you're there. In terms of the drive, I think the word that you're looking for is probably wafts. It just wafts along, eating up mile after mile on the motorway with no sweat whatsoever. But gee, I have deep pockets, I have money burning a hole in my pocket, and I want to spend more. You can spend about 50% more and go for the GLS63S, which is all of what this is, but with best part of 600 brake horsepower and more AMG badges and probably a sweeter V8 soundtrack. And even though I'm an AMG nut myself, as the title of the channel suggests, I don't see the point in having that much power in a great big 7-seater of an SUV, but we do. And even if that hasn't quite cut the mustard and you'd like something that's more of a direct rival to the Cullinan or the Bentayga, then you can opt for the GLS600 Maybach. Does weather want to make his mind up? One minute I'm carrying an umbrella, next minute I can't see where I'm going because the sun's in my eyes. But I'm not going to stress, because this is not a stressful environment. This is a peaceful, luxurious, comforting serenity. This is my peace. Now, although we've been driving around and filming this car for 3 hours 40 minutes, you'd think I'd be tired and would have had enough, but no, quite the contrary, because what you can't see is that I'm enjoying a hot stone massage. So it's been most effortless. Effortless. I think that's pretty much been the theme of this car. Whatever your budget, you can be confident each version of these cars spares no expense when it comes to luxury. And I think that's what these SUVs represent. Perhaps this doesn't quite have the same prestige or the big price tag that the Cullinan and the Bentayga carry, but can we still agree that this is luxury?
Luxury. What is luxury? Well, one interpretation from the dictionary defines it as a state of great comfort or elegance, especially when involving great expense. A state which can be interpreted as both in the physical and emotional sense. Perhaps then the GLS is redefining the meaning of luxury. Although at £94,000 for a fully loaded GLS400 is a lot of money, it's around a third of what its counterparts cost, thanks to the DNA that it shares with the S-Class. The formerly GL has earned the S at the end of its name. S represents the finer things at Mercedes, the S-Class, the C63S, the design language sensual purity, a design language that provokes emotion amongst our senses. So then, the feel, the touch, the look, the smell, the presence of this GLS is a state of luxury.